The former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, in a recent interview, has made some severe allegations against the Indian government for pressurizing their social media platform to shut down during the farmers' protest. These allegations have been refuted by the Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar, who even blasted the previous regime for non-compliance with the Indian laws. What are these false allegations that Dorsey claims in his interview? Let us give you a thorough fact check of these false claims. Hello and welcome, I am Shreya and you're watching the Pamphlet. During an interview to YouTube channel Breaking Point on Monday, that is yesterday, this is what Jack Dorsey answered to the question if he has ever faced any pressure from foreign governments.
We will shut down your offices if you don't follow suit. And this is India, a democratic country.
Such shocking allegations have been termed an outright lie by our IT minister, who further went on to give actual facts and truth about the history of Twitter under Dorsey and his team, who had repeatedly and continuously violated Indian laws. Let us tell you how Twitter under Jack Dorsey had violated Indian laws during his tenure as its CEO from 2015 to 2021. The IT Minister Chandrasekhar has highlighted that Dorsey was not only violating Indian law, but he was also partisan in how it was using de-amplify and deplatforming of some arbitrarily in violation of Article 14 and 19 of our Constitution, and further assisted in weaponizing of misinformation. During the enactment of IT Rules 2021, it was stated that all the social media platforms were bound to accept the new guidelines, which included appointing an intermediary officer and a grievance redressal mechanism. India as a sovereign nation has the right to ensure that its laws are followed by all companies operating in India. Every social media platform except Twitter had accepted the new laws, while the Bluebird app stalled for months until warnings by the Indian government and an order by the Delhi High Court. During Dorsey's regime, several right-wing accounts had complained of unreasonable restriction and content suppression, which was proven in the recently released Twitter files. Not only professional but even personal actions of Jack Dorsey have been criticized, such as the controversial movement during his India tour in 2018, when the former Twitter CEO was seen holding a placard with the "Smash Brahmanical Patriarchy" written over it. Now coming to Dorsey's recent allegation on Indian government about farmers' protest. So to note, during the farmers' protest in 2021, several Khalistani fringe elements infiltrated the movement as they tried to spread their propaganda under the garb of farmers' issues. In fact, certain Twitter accounts linked to Pakistan were spreading misinformation of genocide by the Indian state during the farmers' protest, which could have severely impacted the peace of Indian society. Therefore, the Indian government in 2021 asked Twitter to remove 1178 Pakistani Khalistani accounts spreading misinformation in the backdrop of the farmers' protests. The Twitter, however, refused to comply with the Indian government order and on the contrary unblocked certain Pakistani Khalistani accounts hours before it blocked them. We do not need to give you a foolproof fact check again. Just rewind the pages of the document of Twitter files that was released by Elon Musk in December 2022. The documents proved how compromised Twitter was in restricting the freedom of speech on its platform by restricting account activity and shadow banning of profile during Dorsey's tenure. His role in 2022 US presidential elections is well known. The Twitter files mentions how Dorsey was unaware of its top executives manipulating the political narrative which helped Joe Biden win the US elections in 2020. It is not only India that is doing a fact check on false and manipulative narratives that Dorsey makes. Even the US Senate, Ted Cruz, had exposed him during a congressional hearing and badged him for suppressing the post on Biden's overseas business dealings and even locking the post's account for more than 2 weeks.
Twitter made the unilateral decision to censor the New York Post in a series of 2 blockbuster articles, both alleging evidence of corruption against Joe Biden.
The Post had revealed the involvement of Hunter Biden in introducing a Ukrainian businessman to the then Vice President Joe Biden. Jack Dorsey's comments regarding the Indian government during farmers' protests are not only defamatory but also raise doubts. The comments arrive just as the Indian farmers are once again blocking the border in Haryana. Jack Dorsey's statement is a perfect encapsulation of Twitter and its arrogance, which stopped it from not complying with Indian laws under the previous regime and deranked working ethics and operations of the company. And yes, regarding the safety of the data we search on the browser. So the IT minister has assured everyone with the hashtag #SaveTrustedInternet, which means that the incumbent government has remained free from all intermediaries operating in India and has ensured compliance with laws in order to have a safe and trusted internet. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, do like, share and subscribe to our channel, The Pamphlet.